What's going on, filmmakers? I'm Alexandru and today I'm gonna show you how to light a morning sequence. So this is the footage that we're gonna analyze today. We're gonna go behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you everything that I used in order to achieve this look, my camera, my lens option, my lighting options, and I'm also gonna take you behind the scenes on a virtual set and show you my lighting placement and everything. So it's gonna be a really interesting video. But what I wanna say is that the footage that you just have seen is footage that I shot for a commercial that is unreleased yet, but I can still use a couple of shots from it. And the beauty with this commercial is that we shot a couple doing different kind of things towards the day, and we followed their journey in the morning, in the midday, in the noon, and at night. So we have behind the scenes, we have all these scenes that we're gonna analyze, and I'm gonna split all these scenes in different episodes. So make sure you subscribe to the video so you can see how to shoot different kind of scenes. So I suggest going behind the scenes and showing you guys what camera I used. So my camera of choice for this project was the Sony FX6 with a 50mm f1.2 from Sony. This lens is absolutely amazing and they work great together because Sony FX6 has autofocus and that allows me to shoot everything at f1.2. And because Sony FX6 has built-in NDs, that is amazing because I don't have to put in a matte box in front and make my camera heavier or anything like that. On the top, I have a Thomas Shinobi monitor, and in the back, I have a wireless connection device from Darf Connection that allows me to stream my image to my director's monitor, and they can see real time what I'm filming. So that is really, really good. So moving on with the lights that I used. This scene implied using some really powerful lights from Nanlite, and because I wanted to create morning, it was a little bit difficult because outside was already sunny. The sun that was hitting inside the building was uncontrollable, and we knew that we're gonna stay a lot on these scenes, so we wanted to have a stable image towards our shooting. So that's why we lit with powerful lights, because we want to have a stable image and the same image all day, even though we shot this in 1 hour or 2 hours, but you get the point. You want to have the same results over and over again. So for this, I used the Forza 60B with a projector lens, and this allowed me to control my light and allowed me to have a brighter output because the projector lens kind of focuses your light in a spot and makes it super bright. And you can also put filters in front of this projector lens, and basically you can mimic light coming through the blinds of a window, or light coming through a plant, or light coming through different kind of structures. As you can see, we also used a haze machine to create a little bit of atmosphere, but basically what we do with this light were mimicking the sunlight. And yeah, the light was set to tungsten, so it has a little bit of a warmer tone. And we also had a MixPanel 150, this really cool Forza 300B, which again was mimicking the sunlight and was making a little bit of light on our actor's face when she passes by to come towards the final shot. And that looked really nice. And we also had some really awesome friends on set, like a cat and two beautiful, beautiful dogs, which were really nice. Whenever you felt stressed, you can pet them and feel a little bit more relaxed. But anyway, here I made my shot on a tripod because I wanted to move around, move things, and have my camera on the same spot so I can see exactly what I'm changing. But then when we started shooting, I took my camera in the hand and we shot everything handheld. It wasn't shot in slow motion or anything, but I love the feel and look of handheld shots. So we soon after started doing our first shots, and as you can see, it looks really interesting. I love the lighting, and I'm gonna explain a little bit better my lighting placement because we don't have a key light for this. And there is a reason why we don't have a key light, and I'm gonna explain you why. It's a pretty interesting thing that I did with reflections, but you're gonna see in the virtual set, just bear in mind. So this were some of our first shots, and after we shot a few shots, we went back and looked at them and discussed it with the agency and our director, and we shot some more. So usually I think we shot like 12 takes until we got the right one, and I think this is the final shot. I love the reaction, and we also have another shot that is a little bit closer so we can cut and have different kind of reactions, and our director Doreen approved it and we were good to go on the next. But I want to go inside the virtual set and show you exactly how I lit the whole thing. We are inside CineTracer right now, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did in order to light this whole set. So this is a little bit of the set that I managed to build here in CineTracer, and this is my camera, this is our main actress, and let me show you our lighting. So the sun was something around there and it was going towards the window, and because the sun moves, we wanted to avoid the sun hitting our actress. So we put a flag here, but we also put a light that comes from here to here, and this is basically some kind of a key light, but it's not a key light. What this does, it actually gets us a little bit of a side light, but we have a door here. So this door was bouncing the light really beautiful on our actress face, and because we have a little bit of sun coming in and hitting all these walls, we had a really soft lighting on her face. So that's why we didn't use a key light. And then we were going backwards. So she has a road and she comes like this. And when she comes, the light that you see here is the one that I'm gonna show you right now. So that is making us have a more natural effect and make something look more real. So this was our Forza 300B that was hitting right here. And this was the projector lens hitting this wall. So basically a pretty simple lighting setup with 3 lights that is super effective and that does the job and makes everything look super natural and super cinematic. So hopefully it was easier to understand my lighting placement with the CineTracer, and as you can see, it was pretty simple yet super effective. And now we're gonna go on the other side where we film our main actor, and this one was a little bit tricky because the sun was already hitting the apartment super hard. And as you can see, we still managed to get a supernatural looking image that looks like the sun is coming through the window, but in fact, it's actually not, it's our lights. And again, I shot this handheld. I gave a little bit of haze in the room so we have a little bit of atmosphere. And this time, this is my lighting setup, super professional, but it worked. So for this one, we used 2 flags, one to block the light coming from outside and one to block the light from one of our lights. And we managed to do a really interesting setup here because our projector lens goes into a really certain direction, and we have a gobo filter that mimics the blinds. So it looks like the sun comes in through the window and it creates the shadow on the wall. And this one makes light on our actor face, and it makes a little bit of backlight as if sun comes through the window, and it creates a little bit of texture and something like a rim lighting. So in the back, we used this flag to not have spill on the wall, because if we didn't have this flag, there will be light spilling on the wall, and I'm going to demonstrate that inside CineTracer. So as you can see, going handheld, getting a pretty stable shot, even though I'm on 50mm. The thing is that Sony FX6 is a pretty stable camera, but if you have a really good handheld technique, you can really make super stable shots that don't look shaky and ugly. Shots were pretty simple on this one, and I think we should go inside CineTracer and show you exactly how I did it. So this is our set. I tried to mimic our lighting technique as good as possible, and as you can see, I have prison door here just to make a little bit of the light that we have in the initial image. But anyway, this is my camera, this is the actor, and we had a lot of light that I haven't mentioned here. So we have a PavoTube, but if you look closely when I'm filming, you can see it. And that PavoTube actually fills up a little bit of the shadows here. And we have the Nanlite Forza 300B shooting this way. And we have the projector lens right here, making this here. So let me show you exactly what this flag does. So basically, if I move the flag, I will have spill on that wall and I will lose contrast. And as soon as I put the flag back on, it creates more contrast and it avoids light spilling from here to this wall. So basically that's why I used this flag. And a pretty simple setup. I think the light from outside helped me a little bit as well, but overall this was the lighting setup from this one. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait to show you what we're gonna talk next time, because it's gonna be a little bit more interesting and more difficult. I think this one was a really good introduction lesson, so we can get to know each other better and start from a more easier place onto a more harder and more interesting results. So I'm gonna play a little bit of the clips that we're gonna analyze next time, just to give you guys a heads up. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. It will mean the world to me, because I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, and that will make me very happy. So until next time, make sure to have some fun, go out there, practice your skills, and create some epic content. Cheers.